Xanthe Ranger, do you want to introduce yourself, who you are, where you play?
Sure. So I'm Xanthe. I'm originally from Australia. I now live in New York, and I play in Tuxedo.
So you're living in New York, you're playing in Tuxedo. There are tennis courts in New York. What's it like knowing that they're there but not being able to use them?
Yeah, it's a challenge, obviously. I work about 4 blocks from the Racket and Tennis Club, but it's also nice to get out to Tuxedo. It's a beautiful club. It's about an hour out of New York. It's a little challenging to find the time, but when I do, it's always great.
So this is your first French Open for 15 years.
Is that right? Oh wow! Oh wow! Thanks for that bit of intel.
What's it like being here again in amongst the atmosphere?
Oh, it's great. I feel a lot older now that you told me that. I was very, very young when I first played. It's really great. I love coming to Paris. It's a beautiful club, and it's a really great group of women here playing. It's also fabulous to be here with the men alongside. It makes for a really great atmosphere.
And so you're playing a bit of the US Open and occasionally a World Championship when it's convenient. When do you find the time to play? What's the motivation for coming and playing a tournament?
It's a great question. The answer to the first, it is challenging to find the time, with job pressures and kids and all the rest. But it really depends on ability to fit it in the schedule. And there's certain tournaments that are really fun to play, and I try and. There's no real rhyme or reason to it, to be honest. It's really a little bit of scheduling, a little bit of if I've been able to practice up into the event, and this one's particularly great because we've got a few things coming up next year that I'd really like to play, and so felt like a good tournament to come and see how I went.
So you played in the Inaugural Ladies Bathurst at Lords. What was that experience like?
Oh, it was fabulous. I mean, it was such a great tournament. I'm sure you've heard from the other girls who played, but it was just. Lords did such a wonderful job, and it was really wonderful to be there. So hopefully next time round we'll be in Australia doing the same thing.
So let's talk about that. So the Bathurst is in Melbourne in March.
Yep.
What's that like as a goal to be working towards? It's
a great goal. It's really nice to have a goal. Really excited to try and get on the team for the Bathurst, and obviously being in Melbourne, my hometown, would be really wonderful to be part of that. So definitely a goal. I think there's 6 months between now and then, so I've got a few things in my head to try and achieve before then, and make sure I earn my spot on the team.
Let's talk about this week. You had a tough draw against the number 1 seed, and what happened for your doubles match?
Doubles, a little bit of a bit of a shame. My partner had to withdraw at the last minute, unfortunately. So, just came to play singles in the end. Doubles would have been great. I love playing doubles, always fun. But also great to play Claire. We've actually never played before, so it was really fun to get on court with her.
And so are you using the time of year as a way to get to know your potential Bathurst team and get some practice and like that, or
No, sorry, keep going.
or is it more about having time to explore Paris and play a little bit of tennis on the side?
Well, we're all pretty close. The team. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. The women who are here, we're all pretty close. We've all known each other for a long time. As you know, it's a small group of players who come and travel. So really great to see everybody. It's been a while for me. It's a pretty short trip on my end. I have to get back to New York, but always nice to, I'll try and fit in a little bit of Paris sightseeing outside of the Rue Lauriston.
Xanthe Ranger, thank you very much.
Pleasure.